Hey there you guys, it is me, RandomJosh, and I'm back again with another Face Mask Friday video. And today, this is a bit of a look inspired by All Stars Season 2. So this is the second in our little mini-series. Very basic, I'd say, with this kind of makeup. Nothing too dramatic, nothing too wild. I really wanted to keep it soft and subtle and very regal because the theming behind this was obviously very like royal, very much like, oh, I'm a queen. And I mean, I've jazzed it up a little bit, tried to make it a bit more dramatic so it's not just too... So we have, you know, extended the eyeshadow out of the realm of the eyes a smidge. But take this how you want to take it. Some of these products are absolutely beautiful, incredible to use. If you want to stay tuned, if you want to find out how I do this makeup, then stay tuned and listen out. Alrighty there, so we're starting this off, of course, with priming the skin. So I'm just starting off using my Maybelline Master Prime primers. So the first one is just the pore minimizing, of course, same as normal, just to get rid of some of those visible pores and just spreading that through the face, but mainly focusing on the T-zone and the cheeks a little bit. And then jumping in, of course, with the anti-redness primer as well, just to try and cancel out some of that acne redness that I've got going on at the moment. I think that's more freshly shaven acne coming through. And then, of course, as well, jumping into our foundation. So this is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Long Wear Foundation. Just, you know, whacking that on with our lovely buffing brush, just to make sure we've got a nice, even skin tone throughout. So yeah, just making sure to get all of those lovely areas, making sure it is nice and flat and not too textured or too like caked on in certain places, which is kind of why I tend to like now using the brush, just because I feel like I can get a bit more control over where the placement of the foundation goes. And then we're jumping in with our L'Oreal Paris More Than Concealer, just to basically highlight and conceal some of the acne again, as mentioned before. Just a few little show away pieces that I wanted to try and cover over. This isn't probably the most ideal for covering acne, just because it is a lighter shade. But we work with it basically because we're probably going to be covering over half of it with the amount of makeup we're going to be whacking on the skin today. So yeah, just buffing that through with a nice little beauty blender there. We love a beauty blender. Helps to marry it all together. And now using a bit of a newer product. So this is the CYO Cool as a Coconut Cooling Bronzing Stick. And this is in the shade Fair to Medium. I'm just basically using this to sculpt out some of my face. So mainly my my jaw, my cheekbones and my temples there. And you could see as well I did go through the nose as well, just very lightly, more focused on the facial structure more than anything. And then again, just going in with my buffing brush and just working that into the skin so it's not as harsh. You can see there it does blend through the skin perfectly, like very little effort needed to get that to blend. It is very, very slippery though, so just be aware if you do have oil based skin, it will slide. And then just setting that with our Benefit Cosmetics Hoola Matte Bronzer, just to make sure that it is nice and set in place, and just to add a little bit more definition to the outer portion of the cheeks there. That's the main focal point for my bronzer that I thought I'd give along, and just dusting it slightly on with the nose as well, just to add a little bit of extra definition with the excess that was on the brush. And then onto a blush here. So now we're on to the Revolution Blusher Reloaded in, who guessed it, Baked peach. I think this is my kind of go-to colour when doing these kind of looks, because it's just that right shade of strength but yet subtlety that you can kind of really work with. And then again in with the Coty Airspun loose face powder in translucent, and just basically setting in place and baking some of those areas there. I just wanted to really intensify and clean up around the jaw area especially, and just making sure to really get a nice healthy dosing on. Probably didn't need as much as I probably put on, but you know what, we work. And then just dusting it off with a lovely fluffy brush, just so that we've not got any excess clumps and bumps all over the skin. It's just to give it a nice fresh feel. And now we're starting on the eyes, so just taking a nice flat brush there with our P. Louise base in shade 0. Again, you could use any kind of eyeshadow primer or concealer. It's just to make sure you've got a nice flat base there to kind of work off. I find that the white sometimes can be a little bit intense, but it gives you a nice, fresh, clean canvas to just do your art on, because at the end of the day, makeup is an art form. And now we're on to the actual eyeshadows themselves. So we're starting this off with a really light shade called Bare Necessity. So just basically working that on a nice fluffy blending brush through the socket. You can see it looks like it's not even there, but it's just to take away from the intense white shade and just slowly build up the colour and the intensity. So it's not just like we're whacking on a pure dark deep colour, we are slowly working our way up to it. So now again you can see we're jumping in with the shade Toast and just basically doing the exact same kind of motion, mainly focusing it however on the outer corner, because I want those outer corners to be a lot more prominent, a lot more bold. And you can also see we've also started taking it out of the region of the actual face itself and into the temples, just to give it a little bit of a zhuzh up. So yeah, just making sure that colour is nicely blended through. And then we're on to the shade Slow Motion. So this is our slightly, well, I say slightly, it is quite a bit darker. But just again, really focusing that on that outer corner there, and just using it very lightly to blend it through to the rest of the eyeshadow, just so it marries in really nicely. But you really want that focal point and that attention, the boldness, to be on that outer corner. So the inner corner is more soft, more subtle, whereas the outer corner is a lot more bold, a lot more intense. And you can up the intensity as you wish. It is completely free to you to kind of like play around with. So now, of course, just adding a little bit of glitz and glamour here with the Sample Beauty Shimmer Pigment in Mitchell. It's a really gorgeous nude kind of shimmer shade. So just taking a nice flat brush and just working that over the lid. You can see that I did bring some of the dark shade onto the lid itself, so I'm just kind of going over that and blending the shimmers into that darker shade, just so it gives a bit more dimension as well with the look itself. I really love this shade though. It's such a perfect golden nude shade. And then going in with the shade Toast again, and just on a small little smudging brush, just working in that lower lash line ever so slightly, bringing it pretty much from outer corner as close to the inner corner, but focusing again majority of the power and intensity on those outer corners, and just kind of using the excess to swipe onto the inner corner, and just basically continuing back and forward with that. And then I did go in as well with our darker shade there, just to basically connect and marry those shades together. So just really, again, you can see there, focusing on that outer portion, just to bring the whole look together. So now onto brows, of course. So we're using our Revolution Pro Brow Pomade. So firstly, I just go in with taupe, and just get our base brow done, making sure that it's kind of filled in, it's bold and defined. As you can see here, just making sure to shape those brows as I want them, and just filling them in really. Not that they really need overfilling in, because they are quite prominent as they are, but it's just to give that extra bit of definition to make them more prominent. And then with the shade medium brown, just to really focus on that tail end there, and just really make that as sharp and deep as possible, so that it gives it a level of dimension. So just really making sure to get those lines nice and precise, and also just, you know, spooling the brows as well. I find personally this really helps to blend the shades through, but also it just helps to layer those brows nice and flat and sharp. So next on to the lashes now. Love the lashes. So we're using our Be Perfect Bad Llama mascara just to start off with, just on the tops of the lashes, preparing them for the actual falsies to go on top, as this pretty much acts as a bit of a adhesive to help them stay and just blend in a lot nicer. And then we're actually just chucking on the Indigo Rosé lashes, and these are in Queen. So very, very fitting with the theme today. Really, really gorgeous, full, powerful, strong, gorgeous lashes. You've probably heard me say it a million times about Tori's lashes. They are incredible, if you cannot already see. I mean, I'm probably not the best person to be promoting these, but they are incredible lashes. Enough said. And then just going in with some more mascara, just to basically marry those two together, and just really make sure that the lashes, my natural lashes and the falsies, are basically one. And now onto the lips. So I'm just starting here with our Makeup Academy Intense Colour Lip Liner in the shade Sincere, which is kind of a nudie, I guess, berry kind of shade. I think it's more brown than berry, but it is a really lovely shade, which you can kind of see there. And just basically lining through the lips, not adding too much like volume to the lips, but it's just more defining what we've already got there, so that when we put that lipstick on, it is just pure. So now, as you can see, we're going in with the CYO Colour Nutrition Moisturising Lipstick in Rekindling, which again is a kind of browny nude shade as well. I thought this was kind of a royalish shade, so I thought it would work really nicely. Of course, our Be Perfect and Stacey Marie Get Wet Cream Highlighter in Do You had to make an appearance in this. So just putting it over the normal highlight spots, so the cheekbones, the nose, Cupid's bow, etc. And just finishing off with our Morphe Continuous Setting Spray, and voila! Righty there, you guys. Thank you so much for staying tuned with this video. I hope that you enjoyed this. Oh, I'm definitely feeling this. I didn't... Like, there was moments where I was like, is this really where I'm heading? Is this, like, gonna look okay? But you know what? Now that I've got it on, I'm kind of like, oh, yeah, it's just a queen vibe. Yes. Yes, God. But yeah, thank you so much for staying tuned with this video. I hope that you did enjoy this. Full list of the products used will be down in the description, so make sure you check it out if you would like to get any of the particular products you see on today, or if you want to recreate the look as well, who knows. But if you haven't seen the first video of the All Stars 1, make sure to check it out. I'll probably leave it somewhere around, and hopefully I'll create a playlist for these so that it's a bit easier for you guys. And yeah, stay tuned next week where we go golden in All Stars 3. Woo. Oh my goodness, so excited. But anyway, like I say, thank you so much for watching, and I will see each and every one of you guys in the next video. Peace out, bitches.